Hi everyone, so I went out for a walk today after a long time. I usually go out during the day, but the sun has been so hot. My skin has been getting very tanned, so I decided to stay in. The UV rays are not good, and I just go like up to the school and I come back. I walk around the block. But today when I was coming home, there was a woman and she was walking so silent. She was right behind me and I happened to turn and I saw her. And then she crossed the road, but she was hovering. She was like lingering there. So I turned and I came up the other way, because if she was on the other side, she could have followed me, like walked on the other side and gone down. So I came back up to the main road and then I walked and I came home. So sometimes I go walking with my neighbor. That's nice because we can just go to the park and come back, or we go to the shops. Normally I make my shopping my walk, because that way I'm going out to get something as well and come home. But yeah, I just wanted to give some tips. Like if you see that happening, you turn around and somebody's right up your ass. I just stopped, I took some photos, and then she crossed the road, then I turned and I came back home. But even when I was in England, I went and I took some self-defense classes. I took Tai Chi, because often I used to come home on the subway, just like here. It's a good idea for women to do that, for anyone to do that. And yeah, I mean, even on the subway, sometimes you feel uncomfortable. Like when I went with my neighbor, we went to the CNE, the exhibition, and this young black guy came and he sat next to me, which was fine. But then he was literally pressing his shoulder right into mine, and I kept trying to move away. And in the end, I just moved completely, because it wasn't like, you can't tell somebody, hey, you're inappropriate, don't like sit against me like I'm your girlfriend. But people just don't seem to respect boundaries anymore. It's very strange. I find it very strange. If you were in Zimbabwe and you did that to somebody, the guys would be after you. Anyway, it's very strange. There's a lot of cultural differences between here and there. And it was nice to go for a walk. I went after 8. That way the sun is down. Sometimes I go swimming, and today I didn't go. I decided to just stay in. But yeah, that's what I decided to do. I'm enjoying the following the retreat from Knox Shrine. A lot of their music is the music we used to sing in Zimbabwe. So I know a lot of the hymns and I can sing along at home, which is nice for me. And yeah, I had a busy day. I got that couch, so that was heavy. My arms are still sore because it's like 93.5 kgs. And once I got it on the floor, then I had to unwrap it and then had to cut it open. And then you have to turn it over and you have to fluff it up and then turn it back up and leave it. You have to leave it for 72 hours. But it's nice. China is very advanced compared to us. It's a compressed couch, so it's pretty nice. I needed it because my other one was completely broken. And yeah, I'm just carrying on with the applications, carrying on applying. I go on Indeed, I go on Workopolis, I go on LinkedIn. I apply all over the world. So I'm just praying that I will get a break and that I will get an income coming in, because even Air Canada's gone on strike now. It's very un-Canadian to push people into poverty, and for me this has been going on since 2007. I've done a lot in the church to help people, not only here but in England, in South Africa, in America. So if anybody can help me out and send me some money, I would appreciate it. Past colleagues, people who are connected with me from HSBC, the banks, you can just send it through PayPal and I'll get the money into my bank account. I took off that GoFundMe because people were contacting me, reposting it, saying, oh, I can help you with your campaign. Call me on Fiverr or email me on Fiverr. And I didn't want that because I have a legitimate thing that I'm doing with my spiritual direction, with my posts. And that's what the church does. They put posts and they offer to light votive candles. They put scriptures and they include a link if you want to make a financial gift. So I'm doing the same now because, there just isn't any work in Canada and it seems like the same all over. So I'm hoping through my John Maxwell and through this, I'll get some money coming in. And you can also tell other people. You can tell colleagues. You can tell people I worked with, people in Zimbabwe. Everybody knows somebody. And there's a lot of people that know me and that love me. So, do that for me. My email is my name, 0871@hotmail.com. So you can use that if you want to do it that way. I have my email on my YouTube as well, and I started putting my address because I work from home, so this is a work home location for me. It's not just a personal residence, and when I do that, it's for a reason. It's because people think that my music is AI generated and that this is like a robot, because people are doing that today. So I want people to know it's real. I'm not AI generated and I'm not a robot, and I do play my piano and I do sing live, and I write the evening prayers myself. I write the reflections for my scriptures. I put the posts for my John Maxwell, and it's a way to showcase my skills. I've been asking Wits, if there's anyone from the alumni who can help me with some money, because my mom also did a lot in the church. She was part of the CWL in Zimbabwe, and she was a treasurer there. She did a lot with the community Indian Women's League. So, everybody goes through difficult times, but for me, this has been going on since 2007. So if I can get into a doctorate program and, have a full funding for that, that's something I would like to do, because I always wanted to teach theology. Once I finished my master's, I kind of had that call, that feeling that, I'd like to go into teaching. But I don't want to teach English. I don't want to teach, other things. I want to teach theology because that's my passion and that's what I like. And the Catholic foundation is very different to other foundations, because we don't believe that this world is evil and that we are soulless and it's only God that is good. We believe we are created good, and this is a good world, and we are created in the image and likeness of God. And evil does exist, but for us who believe in Jesus, Jesus has overcome the world. So it's an already but a not yet. It's not completely fulfilled because not everybody believes in Jesus. But the power of faith is very obvious. It's very clear. You can watch movies like Faith Like Potatoes about that farmer in South Africa. You can watch movies about how God has worked in people's lives. And, I believe. So for people who don't believe, I don't know how they get through coping with things, because I believe that there is a God, and God sees the good and the bad that we go through. So, I just wanted to put that out there. If you can help me and my mom, we would be grateful, our family, my sister, also my brother, because whatever you give me also helps them, because they also worried about me. They don't want to see me going and living in a room, in a house somewhere, because you don't know who you're going to land up living with. It's better to be in your own space, your you have your security, and I've been here a long time now. It's over 6 years. So I would like to stay here. And my rent is reasonable compared to other places in Toronto. I'm close to the shops, I'm close to the parks, I'm close to my church. So it would be nice to stay here. You know, if God wants to take me elsewhere, if there's a job, then that's different. But I don't want to go and live in a room in people's house, because inevitably when they have their brothers or sisters or somebody needs that room, they'll kick you out and they'll say you can go now. You know, so it becomes very difficult. And in this economy, people don't want to see people moving around, chopping and changing addresses. It doesn't look good when you do that. So that's why I'm making an appeal, and I would like to stay here. Also for my dad's friends, those who are connected with me, if you can let people know that my mom and I do need help. It's not a joke. It's not a speech that I'm making for the sake of it. If you want, you can reach out to my mom and you can ask her. She knows how hard I worked. I went to night school. I studied part-time over 7 years to get my master's, and I upgrade my skills. I'm part of the HRPA. You know, I work in the interests of the public, and I don't know how people that work in the banks, the HR professionals that work in the banks and all that, how they cannot stand up for me and how they can just sit back and watch my life going down the toilet. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, because all this money laundering and all that, they should be reporting it to the police. They should be, you know, trying to correct those things that are happening. People being followed, all the drug trafficking and all that. And our government is not investing. So how are the jobs going to come back? If they keep cutting back and cutting back, there's no income support, there's nothing. So I don't know why they're doing the things that they're doing. And they're saying we're making progress. We're not making any progress. So I don't know what progress they're saying we're making. Anyway, let's see. Hopefully I get a job soon, because the last job I had was for the elections. I was a tech officer, so I had to do the commissioner of oaths. I had to tick off the ballots, give it to the people to vote. If there were disabled people, I had to help them. So that's the last position I worked in. That was in around February. And since then I haven't had anything, not even temporary work. I've registered with agencies, but I haven't had anything. So it's hard when you're waiting. I know I'll get something, but it's hard when you're waiting, because I am highly qualified. I have good skills. I have a good education. I have a lot to offer companies, but it's very hard when you're waiting. So please do that for me and for my mom. And, you know, I appreciate it, especially my dad's friends. Let people know that, you know, this is not a joke and we need the help. And we need to, if anybody can help me with some money, that would be most appreciated, because my brother's got his own children to take care of. He can't come to England. If he was here, it would be different, but he's not here. So that's what I'm asking people to do for me, and to pray for me as well.